Hello, this is Mr. Boulay, and I'm here to go over your art component to what you've been learning about with map making. This is the Island Map Making Project, and I want to teach you about cartography and what you're going to need to know to do your island map making project. So let's get into it. For one, cartography is the study and practice of making maps. This combines the science of accurately measuring land and distance with the art of displaying information. Civilizations have made maps throughout time to help make sense of their world, what exists out there. Looking over here to the left, this tablet is the oldest known map of the ancient world. We're going back to the 700s BCE. That's before Common Era, like negative numbers. So humanity has made maps throughout time. Now we're going to jump forward to the big change in maps from Ptolemy. This is in the 2nd century Common Era. So we're talking Roman times right here. This gentleman created a system of latitude and longitude. That's what we still use today. He mapped thousands of areas with their corresponding coordinates. He set the foundation for true map making as we know it. He also did come up with the use of perspective projection to display the globe on a two-dimensional surface. This gets tricky, but they knew that the Earth was curved even back then. And so his maps would take that into account to be able to more accurately display the information. Now we're going to jump ahead to modern times, what we're used to. Nowadays, it is wonderful that you can just take out a tablet or a phone and be able to literally get maps on directions to anywhere you need to go. Now, Mr. Finnegan and myself, we're old enough to remember pre-internet. Before the internet, for us, if we wanted to go somewhere that we didn't know of, we used, as this picture over here on the left, a paper map. I can remember taking paper maps and getting in my car to drive to places and having to follow the little directions on the map. It was doable, but it was challenging. We have it much easier today where I can literally just talk into my iPhone and it will give me a map and a direction anywhere I want to go. You got it lucky, kids. Where places where you have probably seen maps, if you've gone skiing, here's Butternut, or hiking, if you've been out in places, there might be a map that will show you the trails, show you where you need to go. That's definitely places where you're going to see maps today that aren't on your phone. Paper maps, go to amusement parks, you go to Six Flags, it's a big place, they have a map for it. You want to find a ride, you want to find a restaurant, a restroom, you're going to use a paper map. I love Disney, so I did include the Magic Kingdom here. Now, I know this park like the back of my hand, but I imagine if you've been there you're going there for the first time, you're going to get a paper map when you walk through the entrance, and you can use that to navigate your way around the park. Now, places you kids have probably seen maps, video games. My son, super great at Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. His map is extensive. These maps are useful in the game to be able to navigate your way around. I had to throw in a little Fortnite up there for the absolute doom, and down in the corner there is Minecraft. So maps, be it in reality or in a video game, are a very useful tool to be able to know places, know how to get around the space there. So for your project, let's review the parts of the map that you're going to need to know. And these parts of the map are, aspects of real maps that you're going to use. If you're going to Butternut Ski Resort or you're going to Six Flags, they use a lot of the same terminology to display the information. So let's go through them. One is the legend or a key. I don't know why they have two different names for the same exact thing, but this is on a map. You're going to find it usually down in a corner. It's going to have pictures of prominent places that you may want to go with a little written description of what those are. because the map may have a lot of information. Now, this map is of St. Thomas. This is an island that my wife and I lived on in the U.S. Virgin Islands. I taught at elementary school there. If you're looking at this map, this is really dense with information. And if you're like, well, I just want to know where the beaches are, you can look down here at the legend, see the little umbrella that symbolizes beaches, and be able to quickly look at this map and find where the umbrellas are. Maps, having this legend or key is very useful. You're going to be, that's where a lot of your creativity for your map is going to come into. What places can you go to on this imaginary island? I pulled this map off of probably a giant park. You can see where, oh, well, hey, I want to ride my four-wheeler, or I want to go fishing, or I want to go to have a picnic. You'd be able to look at the map and see a picture that represents the place that you want to go to. A compass rose. This is a very important part of a map because it shows you what direction you're moving into. Cardinal directions, I feel like everyone knows. North, south, east, west. The intermediate directions are a little trickier. Those are those in-between spots because when you're traveling, you're not always going straight north or straight west or straight east. You're going to have an intermediate direction, like a diagonal that leads you through. So you should know those as you move forward in looking at maps. Map scale is also important. You're looking at a map, you don't know how far of a distance from here to there is. If 1 inch equals 1 mile, okay, you can walk that. 1 inch equals 10 miles, you probably don't want to walk that. You're going to want to ride a bike or drive a car. One map equals 1,000 miles, well, now you might want to take a plane. So having map scale is very important part of your map, knowing true distance between areas. Now, I do want you to include some landforms in the island that you're making here. One is a cape. Now, I put a little map here of Cape Cod. We have a cape here in Massachusetts. A cape is a piece of land that's sticking out into the sea or some other large body of water. This extends out. If you ever had the luxury of going to Cape Cod, beautiful place, a lot of beaches, but this is land in Massachusetts that sticks out into the Atlantic Ocean. Now, the other thing to include are bays. Bays are basically where the water is like making an indentation into the land. Looking here in the map of Cape Cod, I see, of course, Cape Cod Bay. I mean, look at this water, kind of being surrounded by land, but still open on one side. Or Buzzards Bay down here in the southern spot. The water is making an indentation into the island. Two of the landforms, I want you to include a lake into your island there. I got a picture of here of Lake George. Love that spot. A lake is basically an inland body of water, not an ocean. This is water that is kind of surrounded by land. So that would be a lake. Also, I want a river that's coming into that lake. I'm going to call it, well, not I'm going to, it's called a tributary. Tributary is a stream that's flowing into another river or flowing into a lake. So off your lake, have a stream river coming off of that. That's going to be a tributary. So I wish you the best of luck in creating your imaginary island here. Be creative. What kind of things are on your island? What shape is your island? What does your lake look like? There are a lot of components to this map. So please check the island map making information sheet to give you all the information you need to know to include in your island map making and get a nice good grade on it. So I wish you the best of luck, students, and I would love to see these maps when they're completed. Good luck and go for it.